Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, May 11th, currently about 7:30 a.m. on the East Coast. Prices of BTC currently at 6,800, and our community is up massively in every single one of our trades. Again, none of these trades were investment advice. I just told everyone what I was doing. And if you know what you're doing, it's easy to make money in this market. And we did. We're making a killing right now, guys. So what I'm proposing to you, as those who are on the outside, not in the Advantage program, for the next 7 days from this Saturday to the next Saturday, I'm going to provide all access to our entire community here for free for everyone. All you have to do is go to cryptosomniac.com, get the Advantage subscription. There will be a 14-day free trial. You just go through that process, and you will have access to everything, every single one of our channels that our Advantage members have. Okay, because a free lounge, guys, there's really not that much happening in the free lounge, because I donate a lot of my time and my energy towards my Advantage members. One thing about knowing your worth and your value is you got to stick to your principles and charge people for what you have to offer, and I fully believe in that. So I do charge people for what I have to offer, and they like what I have to offer, so they keep coming back. So if you want to be one of those people, come join cryptosomniac.com, get the Advantage program, 7 days free. You have access to everything. As you can see, first I want to show you this, okay? For the past, I think even before this, we were in losses in our trades. And so it's never a rosy picture, right? People always see success as all these gains right here, but it's always, the moments in which we had to suffer through some of these gains, like the 8%, 2 or 3% losses. And even up here, we were in some deeper losses up here too. But eventually, when you're patient, when you know what you're doing in this market, it pays off. Okay, and as you can see, we're up heavily on every single position. BAT we just opened, so that one is just at a slight loss. But other than that, guys, this covers your membership for at least 1, 2, 3 months, maybe even a year, depending on the amount of capital you play with. So, congrats if you're in the Advantage program and you have these gains right here, guys. Kudos to you. Okay. So again, cryptosomniac.com, go to products page right here, and then click the Advantage program right here. Okay. All right, guys. If you're watching my YouTube video right now, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment of what you think that's going to keep happening in prices. I'd love to know your thoughts. Till then, let me do my thing. Let me do my analysis, and let me tell you where I think prices are going. All right, so here we are at 6,800, and I mentioned in my video yesterday or 2 days ago when I went live that here is that 6,800 area, which was the big strong resistance. That's really the only thing left in this entire zone. You can't keep moving the goalpost and keep saying that, oh, we're gonna face resistance, 7,000, 7,200, 8,000. Well, this was really the biggest block. And I have no reason to, think that with a big bullish candle like this, we essentially pressed up against that resistance. But as you can see right now, we are meeting that almost perfectly and getting rejected. At least for now, for the time being, we're getting rejected. So my thought process is that, we'll pull back just a little bit, especially if the bullish pressure has is going to continue like we have the last few days, like this movement right here. If that's going to continue, we'll pull back just a little bit, maybe $100, $200, and then just swoop on up. I don't really know, honestly, where prices can go. I do know that there's some big, resistance levels at 11.7, because this is where we essentially double topped and dumped. This was our first big, rejection to this order block right here, this big resistance level. Okay, the way that works is something like this. Okay, Where is it? Oh yeah, it's something like, there it is. Sort of like that, okay? So you could see that, first over here in December, we dumped, came back, sharp pullback, came back, touched it again, moved back, created a lower high, and then touched it one more time, and then just ripped right through it. Floated here sideways, tried to escape this same area, but it became resistance, and then boom, just sharply moved on down. And then you can see these two peaks right here penetrated that level, but then, moved away from it pretty sharply, okay? I mean, that's really the only area that I could see posing us, issues. The fact that we've already sort of moved in a parabolic fashion like this is, at least I don't think it's going to be sustainable for too long. But then again, BTC has always surprised us of how, parabolic of a nature it has, kind of like this, right? Parabolic is essentially a movement where prices don't go like this, rather they just go moonshot straight up, okay? That's called a parabolic movement, and we're pretty close, if not, the same as this angle right here, what's happening right now, okay? The last little stretch that we've had, this little area right here, the steepness of this angle is almost similar to this one right here, okay? So remember to, sort of position yourself well to be able to take profits and close out trades. That's what we'll be doing in our community over the next few days, being able to understand where the market's going to be pulling back, trade out some of our positions either into fiat or cash, or maybe even alts if there are any opportunities. But again, I don't provide any investment advice or anything, guys. All I do is just show you what I'm doing, and if you want to follow what I'm doing, you'll either make some money or, hopefully not lose any. I often try to tell people that position sizing is really important and risk management is of the utmost importance, because that's where you get your true consistent winners in the market, okay? And so we try not to go too heavy. We diversify our risk, as you can see. We don't try to, FOMO in at the top. We hold on through tough times like we did over here. You can see it's always a struggle when things don't look as rosy and everything in the market is taking off, but you're kind of sitting behind. But then eventually, if you're patient, you get payoffs like this, okay? All right, so on the 1 hour chart, for the most part, I mean, BTC is probably going to be flagging right here. I wouldn't be surprised. Whoops. Let's see what's happening. What is going on? Okay, let me move this one out, and here's what I was trying to explain. Sort of like this, we're probably going to see a bit of a, I don't know, a flag pennant, maybe a bit of a rising wedge in this. For the most part, every bit of a pullback that we've had in BTC, retrace rather, has been pushed up even higher by the bulls. So I don't think it's of any surprise that this will probably get bought up here. Interesting thing is, like I stated, we're coming up, this critical resistance that got shot down multiple times in October and September right here. So breaking above this is going to be really huge, for the bulls if it does happen. Okay, the RSI is trending in overbought territory for a pretty sizable period now. This was a nice potential of a bearish divergence here, but that did play out. But this one to this one right here, that did not play out. Prices just skyrocketed and left that bearish divergence feeling behind. Okay. Here are my options. This is one of mine. I don't really want to show my other accounts because this is probably my smallest account that I have. So I don't quite like to show how much money I play with on my other accounts. But this is one of my accounts, and I wanted to show you guys that I also do talk about margin trading. I talk about options and futures, how to trade those. Again, if you follow me, you can see right here, I got 5.5 positions right here in the May 17th call of 62.50 strike price right there. That's my call right there. And we're up a good 308%. Okay, so at some point I'll be trimming that down. Usually for call options, you want to start trimming it down before the time decay hits and people start rolling over to the next option. So I'll definitely be trimming this position down soon. So anyway, guys, I'm not afraid to, as you can see, hide my losses, nor am I afraid to, hide my gains either. I obviously don't want to show you guys my other accounts because those are a little bit more private for me. But yeah, we trade options, we trade, long short positions, we trade, good alt positions, nothing like the moonshots. We try to go for good, consistent winners, okay, in our community. All right. So for the most part, I do see a battle right here around the 6,800 area. I mean, prices reached as high as 7,000, but this is usually like the FOMO right here. It's just short squeezes, retailers thinking that prices are going to moon to like 8,000, 10,000, whatever, and they get trapped. They eventually sell back to the real whales of the market, at a loss of like a couple $100, and then the real winners of the market push the prices up. Okay. All right. Other than this parabolic move on BTC, there's not much to talk about. We are actually breaking past that 400 moving average that our guest speaker had spoken to us about. So we are well above that, I want to say. Let's pull up the daily and see how that looks. So here's that daily chart, 400 moving average, a very positive sign when BTC sort of closes above this and flags and consolidates in this area for a couple of weeks. So, with consensus coming up, I wouldn't be surprised if BTC sort of, flags or moves sideways, retraces maybe a little bit in the mid 6,000s. And then alts might get some breathers to be able to move. But as I stated before, if you sort of listen to what I was saying a couple days ago, alts look really bleak, and obviously they took off right here. But this is majority of this is just the movement from Ethereum, BCH, and LTC because they are some of the biggest crypto market caps, right? And so they took off. But for the most part, I would say most alts are not moving like Bitcoin is moving, okay? Like we discussed ADA, Bitcoin. So again, this one sort of, went down, had a bit of a pop, but nothing special in this. ADA US dollars probably holding its, place a little bit. But look at this, it's been dumping for all of April and May in terms of US dollar value. Just finally got a little bit of a pop right here. Same with XRP. Where's XRP US dollar? Okay, here's XRP US dollar. I mean, it's looking like it's on a descending, triangle, kind of like this. Sort of like that. And usually when you come to the apex of something like this and the prevailing trend has been a downtrend, these actually do tend to break down, guys. So do be careful on XRP. It's looking a little bleak. XRP, Bitcoin too, same thing, right? We had some, actually, wait, that's the wrong chart. XRP, Bitcoin is right here. This is something that I was telling people that if you were hoping for, more Satoshis when you're trying to trade XRP or all these other alts, forget it. These are going to bleed all the way down. I've been talking about this for like the past 2 or 3 months. You could have had the opportunity to let go here on this green spike, this one or this one, but now you're going to probably have to wait all the way down here to about 4,200. That's the real support. I don't see anything other than that. Okay. Here is Ether. We got into Ether around 170, 172, broke out almost perfectly. I had mentioned something like this to our community, this, flag symmetrical triangle. And you can see my target was 193, hit that target almost on point, with perfection. So this is, guys, we do this on a daily basis in our community. So come join, and you may be able to learn how to do technicals, how to make trades like this consistently. Okay, BCH, same thing. We were trying to break out of this sort of choppiness right here, ascending triangle, this big trend line right here. And I stated that 296 would be the area to watch for a break. And once we finally broke through it, you could see we almost hit our target of 333, about $3 short. Okay, so pretty close to it, right? Let's see, LTC, same thing. LTC is actually it actually hit our target perfectly, $84. We bought into LTC around 79 right here, so not the biggest gain, but gains are gains, right? Okay, so here is BTC again. I wanted to show you guys the weekly chart. Here's the weekly chart, looking very, very bullish. Haven't had this kind of positive movement in many months. So, this is sort of unprecedented for BTC, because even in the, recovery from 2015 bear market, we didn't have, this style of movement right here. Let's see what this is, right? From the bottom right here to the top of where we are, that's about 125% move from this bottom right here to, I don't know, probably this top right here. That's about 100% move, okay? So either we're here, right here, or we're somewhere up here in the movement of BTC right now, okay? So it's a very sizable move, and clearly BTC is not, it is very resilient in wanting to move back down. We're breaking through this big supply. We've broken through this big, reverse retrace that we had from the 6,500 top all the way to 3,100 bottom, and broken right through it. So very dynamic movement from BTC. It caught everyone by surprise, and honestly, I'll have to sort of do more deeper analysis through the day and provide you guys an update of where the targets might go. If you look at my YouTube video from 2 or 3 days ago, I did a comparison of Bitcoin to Nikkei, which is the Tokyo Stock Exchange, and gold. And usually, when you do have sort of a parabolic recovery movement like this, at some point, you do have to come back down and retest this, range right here, these lows. And I don't quite know exactly when that's going to happen, so I'll probably do some deeper analysis later today and provide that to you. But for now, just sort of going along with my trading strategy of picking up the best movers with BTC, picking up some BTC, opening up some call options, and just riding the hype train of whatever the bulls want to do, right? So I'm enjoying this period right now. All right, that's pretty much all I have, I want to say. If you want to come join our community, I provide more updates on other trades that I'll be making. Now, again, like I stated, you'll have free access to all our channels. We're a pretty active community. So, come join Cryptosomniac.com. Cryptosomniac Advantage, and then you'll get access to our Discord channel, which looks like this, and you can find me up here, and message me if you have any issues accessing channels like this, short term, Trader Talk, all these channels that have locks beside it, guys. Those are the channels that are for Advantage members, but you as a free lounge member, you will have access for the next 7 days for free. So you'll get to see all my analyses that I put up every single day, every single update that I provide through the day. And yeah, that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this analysis. Give me a like, give me a comment, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great Saturday. Cheers.